They don't stop you. They slow you down. Most people think the system is designed to block them. They think someone is standing in the way of their success. They imagine a ceiling, a wall, a gatekeeper, but that's not how it works. The system doesn't stop you, it slows you down. And slowing you down is far more effective than blocking you. Because when someone blocks you, you push back, but when someone slows you down, you don't even realize it's happening. You just feel tired, you feel busy, you feel overwhelmed, you feel like progress is taking longer than it should. And you tell yourself, maybe I just need to try harder. That's the trap. Let me explain something most people never realize. If the system truly wanted to keep you powerless, it wouldn't frustrate you, it would exhaust you, it wouldn't tell you no, it would tell you, sure, just wait, just delay, just handle one more responsibility, just finish this first, just get ready, just prepare, just learn a little more, just work a little harder, just be patient. That's how control actually works. Not through force, through friction. Imagine driving a car with the parking brake slightly engaged. The car still moves, you still make progress, but everything feels heavier. Acceleration is slower. Fuel burns faster. The engine works harder than it should. That's what's happening to most people's lives. They're moving, but with resistance. They're working, but leaking energy. They're trying, but dragging weight they can't see. And because progress technically exists, they assume everything is normal. They don't realize they're driving with the brake on. That invisible brake is built into modern life. It shows up as endless notifications, constant distractions, financial pressure, low-grade anxiety, debt cycles, digital dopamine, busy work careers, endless content consumption. Not enough to stop you, just enough to slow you down, because slow people don't revolt. Slow people adapt. They normalize struggle, they normalize exhaustion, they normalize someday, they normalize waiting. And that's exactly what the system wants. Speed is dangerous to the system. Fast learners are dangerous. People who act quickly are dangerous. People who collapse time between idea and execution are dangerous, because speed creates momentum. Momentum creates confidence. Confidence creates independence. Independence creates leverage, and leverage breaks control. So instead of blocking speed directly, the system makes speed feel irresponsible. It teaches you that moving fast is reckless, that you need more credentials, more preparation, more validation, more certainty. It convinces you that safety comes from moving slowly. But here's the truth. Slow feels safe, fast feels scary, and fear keeps most people crawling. The modern system doesn't imprison people with walls, it imprisons them with schedules, with obligations, with routines that never end. You wake up tired, rush through the morning, commute, work all day, come home drained, scroll, eat, sleep, repeat. Week after week, month after month, year after year. You don't feel trapped, you feel busy. And busy feels productive, busy feels responsible, busy feels like progress. But busy is one of the most sophisticated control mechanisms ever created. Because busy people don't think deeply, they don't zoom out, they don't question the structure, they just survive inside it. And survival mode kills strategy. Most people believe effort equals freedom. They believe if they just work harder, things will improve. But effort without leverage just deepens the trap. If hard work created freedom, construction workers would be millionaires. If discipline created wealth, single parents would own private jets. If grind created escape, immigrants would run the world. But that's not what we see. We see exhausted people working endlessly with nothing compounding, because effort alone doesn't scale. Effort only moves you forward one unit at a time. Leverage multiplies movement. Ownership multiplies outcomes. Systems multiply energy. But the system teaches effort, not leverage. It teaches participation, not control. It rewards obedience, not ownership. And that's why most people stay stuck even while working harder than ever. Here's the uncomfortable truth. The system doesn't care if you succeed slowly, it just doesn't want you succeeding quickly. Slow success keeps you dependent. Fast success makes you unpredictable. Slow success keeps you grateful. Fast success makes you sovereign. So it builds layers of friction, education that takes decades, careers that reward loyalty over output, debt structures that consume future income, entertainment that drains attention, social pressure that discourages risk, Every layer adds drag. Every layer steals speed. And by the time most people realize what's happening, they're 10 years older, 20 years older, still working on it, still preparing, still waiting. You're not behind, you're being delayed. There's a difference. Behind implies you failed. Delayed implies design. You didn't accidentally end up here. You were guided here, conditioned, pacified, distracted, taught to accept gradual progress while the clock kept moving. That feeling you carry like time is slipping through your fingers, that's not anxiety. That's awareness trying to wake you up. Freedom isn't about money, it's about control over your time. Control over your energy, control over your direction. Money is just one expression of that control, but most people chase money without ever building leverage. They trade time for income. They trade health for security. They trade dreams for stability. And stability becomes the cage. People don't break out through motivation. They don't escape through hustle quotes. They don't win by grinding harder. They escape by changing how they move. They shorten feedback loops. They collapse execution time. They build assets instead of chasing paychecks. They prioritize asymmetric effort. They stop asking permission. They stop waiting for perfect. They stop optimizing comfort. They move before they feel ready. They build while others plan. They publish while others study. They launch while others hesitate. Speed is the separator, not intelligence, not talent, speed. You don't have unlimited time. Your energy peaks, your attention fades, responsibilities increase, life gets heavier. Every year you wait, escape gets harder. Not because you're weaker, because the system stacks weight on your back. Kids, bills, mortgages, expectations, identity. Soon you're not just delaying action, you're protecting a lifestyle. That's when the cage locks. If you're hearing this right now, it's not random. You feel it. That subtle pressure, that sense that something isn't right, that your life is moving slower than your potential, that you're capable of more, that the path you're on doesn't end where you want it to. That feeling is your signal. Most people ignore it, they numb it, they scroll it away, they drown it in entertainment. They tell themselves they'll deal with it later. Later becomes never. They don't stop you. They slow you down. They keep you busy. They keep you tired. They keep you distracted. They keep you preparing instead of building. They keep you consuming instead of creating. They keep you working instead of owning. But the moment you see the pattern, you can't unsee it. And once you see it, you have a choice. Stay inside the delay or take control of your speed. Because freedom doesn't come from doing more, it comes from moving differently. If this hits something inside you good, that means you're waking up. And if you're serious about breaking out of the slow lane, I've put together a simple playbook that shows exactly how I think about leverage, systems, and escape. It's linked below. No hype, no fluff, just the framework. Study it, apply it, and stop letting time leak out of your life. Because the system doesn't need to stop you, it just needs you to wait.